Good morning, live and well on this Thursday morning. Guess who's back?
I'm here. Don't worry about it. I'm ready to go. I am ready to go this morning. Special edition of the program today. Special edition. First of all, we got a special entertainer in here making his first live appearance. Antonio from Tanner. Woohoo! He's going to play for us this morning. But the special edition I was talking about, he's been long lost. No one's been able to find him for 5 weeks. The pastor from Lindsay Lane Baptist Church and one of my bestest buddies of all time, Dusty McLemore.
Hello.
Hey! Finally back in action. The way this show works, I'm still in charge. You on Sunday mornings, me on.
Okay.
Joe, good to have you back in town. You get baptized, we cook you out, and we kick you off the show, man.
I know. Thanks for having me back.
There's only so many of these Christians we can handle at one time up here. And Danny, good to see you back from yesterday.
Good to be here.
I like that shirt.
Thank you, sir. Yeah.
And making a special appearance outside a 1953 Alice Chambers tractor, the year I was born. There it is right there. Everybody out there ain't moving around a whole lot. They're kind of mesmerized by the action. But it's the annual Piney Chapel Heritage Show. That is also one of the small events going on at Piney Chapel. The other big event is
Yard sale.
Yard sale.
21249 Nelson Lane. Come by everything.
At Zach's house.
Get out of my house, my mom and them's house.
Yeah, so that'd be at Zach's tomorrow. Buy more junk at Zach's tomorrow.
Buy more junk.
All right, let's get this party started. I got a black shirt on today, you know. Let's get it cranking. Chance of rain, but other than that, perfect summertime weather, ain't it, baby?
No, only a 20% chance of rain. If you did see rain yesterday, lucky you. We didn't see any, but 72 degrees. At least it hasn't been quite as hot in the upper 90s. I say that, but it has felt quite warm, Temperatures, though, today are going to reach 91. Tomorrow, pretty much the same thing, 20% chance of rain still, 92 for that high. Saturday, close your ears, guys, at the tractor show, but 40% chance of rain with high temperatures of 90, and then Sunday a possible shower or two, but not just a downfall, so not bad. And Monday returns full sunshine, no rain, and 91 degrees.
Dusty, I know you've had to go and everybody's had to reintroduce themselves to you this morning, and I'm sure it was the same way at church last night. You making an appearance down that way.
Yeah, it was.
You've been to parts unknown in the world.
Yeah, been over in Africa and Destin and everywhere in between.
Destin, that's a faraway land.
Africa and then Destin. That's pretty nice.
We'll talk about that in the second half hour this morning. Danny, good to have you back. Glad you ain't working today.
Yeah, well, it's good to be back. I wish I was working, but I'll be honest with you, I kind of enjoy the break.
Yeah, well, good. I do too. That's why I don't do shows on Friday anymore.
Or Monday.
Or Mondays or
Tuesday, Wednesday.
I'll let y'all know in advance when I take another extended vacation.
Yeah.
Joe's good to have you and riding with us a little bit yesterday. And we was going to have Dusty was going to ride Tuesday, but Jim had to make a phone call or something. He had to work a little bit, so he couldn't make it. So
Great to be back. Thanks for having me.
Back in. You still open?
We're still open.
Closed on Sundays.
Closed on Sundays. Got to spend a little time with Dusty and yourself.
Yeah, all right. He's a member of our Sunday school class with Freddie Leonard. We're getting packed, by the way. We invite all of y'all to come down to Lindsay Lane and join up with us. But speaking of Lindsay Lane, we'll talk about throughout the program tomorrow night at 5:45. Bobby Bowden, what was he, 82, 83 years old?
Really?
At least, yeah. I think it's 82.
Yeah, we interviewed him over at Mars Hill back years ago, but he'll be speaking tomorrow night. Only $10 per person. I guess we're expecting a full house down there.
Yeah, we are. Got 8 high school football teams and some cheerleaders coming.
Over 300 tickets have already been purchased.
Yeah.
Before we go to Zach, a little bit of sports, set Antonio up before we go to him, too. He's a student of yours.
He is, thanks to you. At the gym, you guys ran into each other. You asked him what he did for a living. He said, I'm a musician.
Well, I thought he's a power lifter for a change. And so I'm at the gym, you know.
He's... And you led him to me for acting lessons, and he's done very well. He just finished his first long trip movie. He had to hit the road just like we all do, and he said he liked it. I hope he did, because get used to that, by the way.
But you ain't never heard him sing. So you don't know if he's worth a day or not.
He always says he
Oh, he's
could,
good.
Oh, he's bragging all about himself for a day down at Joe's place. We'll find out. Let's go to sports first. Big news out of Auburn.
Hey, first off, Go to Herbs and More, get you some
Big news out of Auburn.
MSM, and it'll hook you up. Now, I got to get Roy and them in first.
All right, they do a great job.
Yeah. Hey, yeah, big news at Auburn, which could be big news for some Madison Academy folks. Javon Robinson has been kicked off of Auburn. The rumor is that missing classes, just bad attitude, just a bad, bad all around, and Gus didn't around his program, so he kicked him out. So that could be big news.
Losers!
Right now, Madison Academy's Kerryon Johnson will be the #1 running back.
See, we don't care if they get caught with guns and weed. Hey, we keep them.
Gosh.
Yeah. See, bad attitude, you're out of here.
That's right.
But we did have one yesterday transferred, Dalen Charlotte, wide receiver. He's transferring out of Alabama. And the big news continues, goes on. Maurice Smith, his mama, and him's wanting to talk now. Said all his stuff was thrown in a away, and he was told he couldn't be around anymore. But I mean, he told Nick Saban he didn't want to be there anymore. And Kirby
Don't start
Smart,
rumors, Zach. You can't back
Kirby
up,
Smart
man.
knows the transfer rules more than anybody. And like I said, like they were talking on radio yesterday, Kirby Smart's not innocent in this either. They didn't even have him as a
Zach,
starter last year.
You're getting into something that we don't even really hardly
I'm
care
just
about.
saying.
Nobody ever heard of this kid anyway.
Yeah, you have. If you're an Alabama fan, you've heard of him. You
Not
must
much.
not be an Alabama fan. You ain't heard of Maurice Smith.
Oh, we hit some
He
sore
played a
spots.
lot, Jay.
Yeah.
The defense is bad.
Yeah, you heard of him, Dusty, ain't you?
Can we get back
Okay.
on a positive
Heard
note?
of them.
UNA picked second in the GSC poll, and also Nick Saban's foundation yesterday handed out $475,000 for Nick's kids. He says that's his favorite time of the year, getting to meet those kids, and they do a lot of good things to Saban's do for us.
Zach, on our program, we're very limited to time. So you need to be called in on Feinbaum show.
They try to
I
kill
get
time.
that a couple minutes, I get exaggerated.
Let's go again. Zach's got a yard sale Friday and Saturday on Piney Chapel. We
Now,
went there last
Elton
year.
Road,
Piney
Kenwood-
Chapel.
When we went there last year with Buck D. Wild, the late great
That was
Buck
when you
D.
did
Wild.
your
Yeah.
skits.
Yeah, y'all come to my yard sale last year.
Did we go to Zach's house?
We did.
Yes.
Zach's mother's house.
Oh, Zach's.
No, it's Zach's house.
Oh, Zach's house?
Yeah,
Zach's
then we went to
house.
that other one.
Where was Zach?
I was there. I saw you. I talked to you.
He was
He
there.
was on the
Oh, yeah, I remember. I'm sorry. Yeah, I do.
Aren't you from New York City?
New York City.
I was just in awe because I didn't think
And
people lived
now,
out that
let's go
far.
to-
Living like that, I'm sorry.
While he's able to make an appearance before he hits the big time under the direction of Danny Vinson.
That's right.
For the first, I guess it's your first live appearance.
And he
at 6
will be
o'clock,
performing at Joe's World Famous Pizza.
Where?
Joe's.
Joe's World
Oh, he's
Famous
got a
Pizza.
gig already.
When's that start? Entertainment.
Live Entertainment Resorts, August 19th.
August 19th.
All right.
Let's go local and loved it. We're going to turn him loose for the first time ever. Y'all, hang on.
Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. It's not warm when she's away. It ain't no sunshine when she's gone, and she's always gone too long. Anytime she goes away, I wonder this time where she's gone. I wonder if she's gonna stay. It ain't no sunshine when she's gone, and this house just ain't no home. Anytime she goes away, and I know, and I know. Ah, the lady sung thing along, but ain't no sunshine when she's gone. It ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Only darkness every day. It ain't no sunshine when she's gone, and this house just ain't no home anytime she goes away. anytime she goes away. Anytime she goes away.
Show in Africa. Judge Jamie and the Cooper Court. Couple of new players this morning over on set 2. Brianne with the, is it Brianne or Brianne?
Brianne.
Brianne from Piney Chapel University.
Yes.
Piney Chapel.
Greg, back up here. You teaching school yet?
We start Wednesday.
And now, for the first time, I'm introducing our everyday entertainment every morning live at 6. Antonio up here playing the keyboard. Playing for the first time. And Joe from New York City.
New York City.
You know how to play. This is a wrong answer. This is a right answer. I've scanned the world. Current events. Here's the first question. You are playing to win the thing of Joe's very own Vienna sausages this morning. Go good on a tractor, wouldn't they, Dusty?
It would.
That's right.
Put it on the manifold, heat them up.
Governor Bentley's called a special session about a lottery coming up to Alabama. That's all happened. We could get a lottery
I
in
know, it
Alabama.
didn't flip-flop.
Yeah. But what is the latest quote he used? The other day he used like a leisure suit. What's the latest quote he's used to describe the Alabama economy? Come on, Greg, y'all know this. In a flood, if someone sends you a boat, even if it's leaking a bit, you got to get in it to save your family. That's what we got to do with this lottery, to save the folks of Alabama.
Oh, yeah.
I knew y'all wouldn't know that, so I just threw that in on y'all. I'm going to show y'all a picture of a woman. Her name is Martha Davidson.
Okay.
She just turned 100 years old out of the Decatur Daily. What's her claim to fame?
David Elvis.
Oh, that's a good answer. What's wrong?
That is good.
She dated Donald Trump.
He's too old for him. If Trump don't keep his mouth shut, I mean, he
Where's
is.
the election?
She was the first baby ever born at Decatur Hospital.
Along with dog. I was born in Decatur Hospital.
You 100?
Nope.
I was born Fifth Avenue, Danny. Where was you born?
I'm sorry?
I was born at Fifth Avenue Hospital.
I was born in Russellville, Alabama.
Russellville, Alabama. They have a hospital over there?
They used to. Yeah, they do. They got a couple of good
Jesse
ones.
Owens, you know, he's from Moulton, got a big thing over there. Talking about the Olympics. What year was he in the Olympics and won 4 gold medals?
36.
32.
36 was the right answer. Way to go. That's a good answer. But here's the real question. The Olympics start tomorrow night. How many days is that?
21 days.
18.
19.
22.
17.
17 days is the right answer. Zach, what event would you compete in?
I would be backstroke. I can't even swing.
Are you kidding me? Zach, you look like you sank to the bottom.
I can't swim.
100-meter dog.
That's
Yeah.
President Obama set a record-breaking commuting sentences yesterday.
215.
214, actually. But of the last 9 presidents, how does that compare to him?
They all did less than he did.
Combined,
Combined.
about 50%.
No joke.
50%. I wonder if he let Siegelman out.
I doubt it.
I doubt
I
it.
hope not.
Wow.
He's racked up 562 total commuting their sentences since he's been in office. Fox News, as the ratings just came out, have been number 1 in cable for how many months?
12
8
months.
months.
8, 7, 5,
25.
30.
55.
50.
175 months.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
However, CNN went up. How much, percentage-wise, how much has CNN's percentage gone up?
5%.
18.
2%. 10.
5.
Remember, they had nothing.
2%.
5%.
208%. All because of Hillary and what's going on with Trump, who I thought at one time had a good chance too. Rudy Giuliani, I saw him on Fox News this morning. You hear what he said, Giuliani? What he said about Trump? He said, pick on Hillary. That's the only one you got to compete against.
That's right.
Idiot. He is a total. Won't do that story. Huh?
y'all do have something in common, hair and good-looking wives.
Mouths.
Thank you, Zach. That's the right answer. My hands are bigger than his too, and I tell you something else. I got smaller than him. Checkbook. Bottled water is how many more times expensive than tap water on average?
10 times.
300%.
150.
How much?
500%.
2,000 times more expensive. See this bottled water right here? How much percent? How many percent of these plastic bottles are recycled?
5.
90.
30, actually.
28.
And it takes how much water to make one of these?
8 ounces.
12 ounces. 10 gallons.
It take, well, I don't know, I couldn't find it in time. I'll get jokes about it. We can answer. Hey, right up y'all's out. I think it's a third of the water. A third of the water in here goes in making the bottle.
Okay. Oh, no.
All right, here we go. There's a new movie coming out next week about the Texas way of life. You ain't in it.
I'm not, evidently.
Your buddy Jeff Bridges, you ever worked with him?
No, never
Well, he
have.
ain't in it.
Okay.
What was the name of his daddy's series that we watched growing up?
Sea Hunt.
Sea Hunt. That ain't the question, but here. But this is called Hell or High Water. Talking about Texas farms, and you might know this one.
This looks good.
Being a farm gal over there. How many beef cattle are there in the state of Texas?
Oh, my goodness.
It's down.
A million.
You'd think so, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
In
15 million.
There was 5,000, only 5,000 in 1986. Now there's only less than 4,000 total beef cows in the state of Texas.
Wow.
Now, Antonio, the way this works, I ask questions, and if you think you know an answer to one, one of your favorite movies is coming out with a sequel, and coming out just in time for Christmas. What would that be?
Christmas Vacation.
Christmas Vacation 5.
Wrong. You've worked with him.
Elf. Will Ferrell. Elf 2.
No, he turned Elf 2 down,
Frozen 2.
supposedly.
Bad Santa 2
Oh, Billy Bob.
is coming out with Billy Bob Thornton. And they
Oh my goodness.
Bad Santa.
Yeah.
well, they call it 2 here, but anyway.
I didn't
it's
see
coming
it,
out.
but it's
Ah, here's
bad.
one right up your alley. You'll get this one.
Heard it was bad.
Yeah.
What ratings come out today? At noon.
The AP. The coaches poll.
Coach, yeah,
Amway coaches poll comes out today. And Alabama, I heard on the Associated Press, Alabama's going to be 7th. Have y'all heard that?
Well, ESPN has them 6 on their FPI.
It don't matter where you start, it's where you
All right.
You always complain.
All right, now let's move on to some tough questions. Those were the easy ones, Antonio, number 4. All right. In what state did the Supreme Court rule in a 5-3 decision yesterday on transgender's bathroom denied a male student from being able to use the girls' bathroom? Virginia is the right answer. I'll chalk up one for you. What happened to a Tennessee lawmaker that was caught stealing his opponent's yard signs?
Nothing. Was it nothing?
Severe embarrassment.
He had to put them
Yeah.
up everywhere. In
Community
Who bailed
service.
him out?
The opponent.
The opponent bailed him out. That's right. The opponent bailed him out.
Opponent did.
That's right.
Look
That's a
at
good
that.
Christian thing to do.
Caught him.
Yeah.
Bailed him out. Bailed him out.
It's,
Self-service checkouts. What's the latest, according to a survey, about them?
We can't do these.
Nobody likes
I
them.
don't think anybody's using them where I see.
Taking too long.
Waiting in line, yeah.
What?
That's not
People, number 4 came alive.
Yeah.
If people use a self-service checkout, percentage of loss goes up 122%.
Really?
Regular day shopper becoming thieves not because they want to intentionally steal something. They get
accident?
distracted by their phones and they forget to put items up there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, sure.
Joe is
Walk out
starting
with 'em?
self-service
I forgot
pay
to
down
put
at his
4
pizza
steaks
place. What is the name of Charles Barkley's new TV show on CNN that comes out next year?
It's a race card.
I am Charles.
Race card is the correct answer, number 1. Well, you know it, but you didn't know the fifth answer, so
Hey, on AL.com Monday, him and Nick Saban sat down for an interview. That'll be pretty interesting.
AL.com.
Charles said,
AL.com.
Charles'
Nick
quote
Saban.
is, we got too many white folks making money off black ignorance.
That's what Charles said.
That's what Charles said, quote him.
He'll say whatever
Charles
he
gonna
thinks.
say what's on his mind.
Yeah, he is.
Who has the Olympics in 2020?
You're going to have another one?
Oh,
Los
they said
Angeles.
this morning.
Why do you act like you know every answer? you,
I'm working on my phone.
you act like you know every answer. You might be the dumbest person in here.
Japan.
Brazil?
Japan.
Japan? No.
Seriously, I thought it was Los Angeles.
China.
No, I think
Tokyo.
I said.
But I know, that's why I was looking at Zach. I wanted you to give me the city. That don't
Hey,
mean
Brad,
nothing.
where's Tokyo at?
Tokyo.
Zach, that's like saying the United States has got it next year, 4 years from now. I need a Pacific city. You want to start arguing with the rules of this show?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
By the way, no electronic devices can. All right, Zach, here's the real question. What 5 new events have been
Baseball, softball, surfing,
Golf.
Softball's not one of them. Baseball.
climbing. They're going to climb.
Horseshoes.
No horseshoe. No. Zach got it right. Karate, skateboarding, rock climbing, baseball, and surfing.
Skateboarding, isn't that X Games? Come on, man.
Mercedes-Benz was just recovered a 500 series Nazi era 1945. How many of them were ever made?
5.
Actually, 1 of 29. It's worth about 50 million. It's one of the most expensive car ever.
Wow. From the Nazi era?
That's pretty too. Look at it. That's wow.
That is pretty.
What is the big name that just came out in support of Donald Trump and says he's sick of all this political correctness?
Oh, I can't remember that.
You know him. His son, anyway.
Oh,
Eastwood?
Clint Eastwood.
Clint Eastwood is the right answer. See, that's the way this game works is you try to answer a question. I know you've been out of the country for a moment, but I mean, hey, you worked with him, didn't you,
You
Dan?
know, he had a son,
Yeah.
Scott Eastwood. He worked with him.
All right, I got 2 more questions. We'll do one and then let Zach do words of wisdom.
And I got a special thing to say, too.
What is the newest... Brianne, you got any tattoos?
No cheating. No, sir.
Okay. What is the newest tattoo available?
Really?
Wait a minute, let's go to the Ink Man master
Donald
himself
Trump
here.
tattoo.
It's one of those Pokemon Go things.
It'll really...
Is it?
Huh?
Oh, probably.
There's a new tattoo out.
It's not a
Donald
Pokemon,
Trump.
is it?
Hillary
Huh?
Clinton.
A Pokemon thing? That's what Danny...
The newest tattoo out is a stick-on tattoo that tests your blood alcohol level and notifies police and doctors if you've had too much to drink.
Now, who's going to put that on themselves if they've been drinking?
Somebody drunk? What is that?
Hey, listen.
All right, 2 more questions.
How much is that thing?
Zach, words of wisdom. Then I got 2 other questions.
Today I refuse to stress myself over things that I cannot change.
That's right.
Let me hear it again, Zach.
Today I refuse to stress myself out over things that I cannot change. And one quick thing, Xavier, we've been talking about the football player. Coach Legg said he continues to prove he's having pain and nightmares about the accident. So really need prayers. Prayers are working. Continue to pray for him and his family.
Now, that's the kid that was driving at 14 and pulled out in front of a vehicle.
Do you know his
He needs a
name?
lot of prayers.
Do
What's
we
his
know the
name,
boy's
Zach?
name?
Xavier.
Xavier Daniels.
Xavier.
Okay.
All right, who's been to Busch Gardens in here?
I have.
Busch
All right,
Gardens.
you have.
In
You'll
Florida?
get this one.
Orlando?
You've been everywhere in the world. You ain't been to Busch
I
Gardens?
haven't been to Busch
I haven't.
Gardens that I know of.
Xavier Watkins, excuse me, I'm sorry.
Okay.
45-year-old man was arrested down there for touring it with his kids and his mom. What happened to him?
Is it Tampa or Williamsburg?
Don't get technical on me. It's Busch Gardens. All right, let me ask y'all this. You ain't been. Have you ever heard? Do y'all remember the pink flamingos?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you remember Pinky?
I look at that one.
Oh, the kid.
Shot one of them.
The guy killed a flamingo. He threw him down, and they had to amputate his
I
foot.
wonder.
Had to kill it. But what was Pinky known for?
He danced.
It was a dancing pink flamingo.
Yeah.
He killed him?
He killed it.
Had to kill him.
Idiot.
He just reached over, he was drunk, just reached in there, grabbed it, and slung it to the ground. They had to put it to sleep.
It broke his foot, and it almost severed it. from
But it was the number one attraction, one of the number one attractions there because it was a dancing pink flamingo.
Well, they need to grab him up by the neck and break his leg.
All right, here we go. I'm going to give y'all a chance to redeem yourself. Winner take all. right now. Last question, double bonus, Sheila Lauderdale, and all you other Clint Legg, all you folks playing at home. Don't get overexcited on me, damn it. All right, here we go. What is going to take place, a world-renowned event in December 2017?
2017.
Using a magic ingredient. What is going to happen?
Oh my goodness.
Marijuana cook-off.
2017.
Go on where your mind is this morning. But
I don't know. You said the magic ingredient.
That's
Dusty.
I don't know. Help me, Dusty.
What?
We're going to get acclimated back in this
Have y'all ever heard of a guy named Valley Spiranophicus?
Oh, yeah.
Screw together.
He's a 31-year-old that's got a disease he's never been able to walk. On that day, Dr. Frankenstein, as he goes by, is going to do the first ever human head transplant.
No way.
Both, they have a donor that's but the guy's got a head, but he can't, his body doesn't function like that guy. He's going to get his
come on.
But the other one is reverse. They're going to sever both heads at the same identical time with a clean cut, then place it on the body, and using a special ingredient of polyurethane glycose. It is a glue-like substance that will put the head on the body, and he won't be able to, they will put him in a coma for a couple of weeks, and then a miracle will happen.
It is like Frankenstein.
Sound like Dr. Isaac.
Now, in case that don't work, they're asking for other donors.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I hope y'all learned something this morning. And there is Zach.
Look at that hand, Zach.
Zach already had a head transplant.
Couldn't help it.
I don't believe that story.
Who won today?
I don't need
Sorry,
to
Bray.
believe
Come on,
that
Bray.
story.
That'd be
I
great.
believe you won.
Hey, I tell you what, Brianna, are you driving a tractor all the way up to Elkmont? We'll give you the vinyl sausage today because you may need to break those out on a long trip.
Yeah, that's on mine.
Hey, when I was coming in, the two guys were just standing there. She unloaded it.
Mike, what's wrong with y'all? We'll take a break. There they are right there. Y'all hang on.
Am I lying?
She was laughing. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to this Thursday morning. Let's quickly go over that forecast. Only 20% chance of rain in the forecast today. About 73 degrees out there. We'll be outside shortly, showing off that tractor that they brought in this morning. Tomorrow, 20% chance of rain as well. Maybe anywhere between 20-30%, but 40% comes Saturday. Hopefully, it's just a shower or two. Not a rain out since there are so many outdoor activities. 90 degrees for that high and 91 on Sunday.
Hey, I'm making a program change here on ZTV, Cozy Television, coming up this weekend. Y'all thought I was going to say I ain't going to be here no more. Here it is right. I'm going to take me off. Y'all, we've run Country Rovers about 40 years now, so I'm just going to run them on Monday mornings for a while. We're going to run on Saturdays, Great American Bluegrass from 6 to 7, American Gospel on stage are we doing a half hour or a whole hour, Brad? Okay, two different ones. Gospel on stage on Sunday mornings at 6. Get your gospel feel right here before you see Tim, Dusty, and Joel all start preaching. They take a 3-hour block every Sunday morning here. So tune in. And then we might throw in Howdy Doody just to wake everybody up. I think we're running Wide Earth now or something. And Tony, you did a great job, man.
Thank you,
Now,
sir.
you went to Tanner High School.
Yes, sir.
Did you play ball and everything down there?
Oh, yes, sir. I was the oddball. I was the talent show person.
All right. Well, that ain't odd, but that's the one that makes the money. See, Dusty was at Tanner in 1939. They had leather helmets. So you always, how long you been in entertaining business?
Oh, man. I started piano when I was 4. I'm 29 now. So I've been singing since I was about 10, raised in the church. So church started everything, and I went from there to marching band in high school and just started writing. And I have a producer that was my classmate, and we just started getting together, and we started working, and I was writing and writing.
Really?
Yes, sir.
So you got your own stuff, too?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And you do gospel music, too, I guess?
I do gospel, I do R&B. I really don't have a genre because I just feel like I love music, and I got started doing classical and jazz, so I have to go back to those roots first.
And then how did you get into this acting bug?
It started through music, actually. I seen a local stage play, and I wanted to go audition to get in the play. So what I did was I was like, they have singing parts, so let me get about 3 lines so I can sing. So I went to the audition, and my voice projected inside the stage. So I showed up the next week after my audition, and she was like, okay, Antonio, your name is going to be Lawyer Wet Ears. And I went to looking through the papers, and I said, oh, Lord, I got paragraphs.
You got a lot of lines.
Yeah, I had a lot of lines. So I had to get somewhere and study. And after I done that live stage play, I was like, hey, I can actually
You had the buzz.
Do this.
Yeah, yes. So I do a lot of entertaining through music, with a band. I play with the Emily Joseph Band. So I had to get used to entertaining, taking people's attractions, sucking people in.
I know what's like.
So that's how.
I ain't got no talent, but I know what it's like. I know what it's like. So how did you come across? I know how you came across Danny because of me.
Yeah.
Actually, you came across Danny because of me. Let's clarify that.
Danny's meeting space is down at Joe's world famous pizza.
Right, yeah. Yes,
One
sir.
of your meeting
Good
places.
general
One of,
location.
yeah.
Danny, when you see a guy like Antonio, what do you try to teach him?
Well, doing it in LA is one way, doing it in New York's one way, but if you're going to do it in the South, there is a unique way that it has to be done and what they expect and what you're going to run into. And so that's what I teach these folks, my students, is how to do it down here. What you're going to run into. I don't paint a pretty picture sometimes.
Well, do you think he's got any talent? Or
Oh yeah, no, absolutely, no, he does, and it as far as the singing, it never. I guess I could wake up and put 2 and 2 together. I probably should have invited you or talked to you about him as far as his singing, but
I had to do it all myself.
you did it all yourself. I thought you were just with the band. I didn't know you were the singer in the band. So but that tells you what we talk about when we get together.
I just saw him at the gym hanging out one day, and I said,
He wanted to get into acting.
what are you, a professional power lifter or what? I mean, he had about a 5-pound weight doing this with it. I'm thinking, I'll talk to anybody. So he said, well, I'm an actor. I said, I can set you up.
Well,
have you learned anything from him?
6 months? What about what we doing?
6 months.
About 6 months.
Have you learned anything from him?
Yes. I think of it like I did my piano teacher. Once you get out there and experience it, those words come back so detailed. And like the last time I was on the set and I got there, we actually talked right before I got there. And I just remember I could just visually close my eyes and think of what Danny had told me. And you could just pinpoint things. And it was
so he's a motivator, too. You talked to him before you went on the set.
Yes. I told him he needed to write a Bible on acting.
Well, how is the pizza, Joe?
How's the pizza? For me to be a fitness person,
It's gonna be real good.
So you don't even eat there?
actually I do.
Hey, that
And
Cooper salad
Yeah,
is
good
wonderful.
salad.
All right. Yeah, the Cooper salad is #1 salad down there. That's what the official name of it is.
Chicken salad.
What's the latest on Joe's world famous pizza?
Well, we're gonna have live music in 2 weeks, and Antonio's gonna be our first performer, August 19th.
Great.
That won't be at 6 in the morning, though, will it?
No, we'll be at night. But
So you're closed on Sundays.
closed on
You
Sundays.
have
now.
alcohol now.
Beer and wine.
Yeah.
And we're gonna start doing happy hour soon, and live entertainment every Friday and Saturday, and he's gonna start it off for us.
Is there any chance you will be entertaining?
Yes, I entertain every day.
Yeah.
Dinner and a show.
Just because you hold the record for world's highest
Dinner and
toss of a
show.
pizza.
Yeah.
And how high is that?
21.5 feet. And if you'd like, I could go over there and show you my singing skills as well. I've been working with Antonio.
You're going to have to let him sing a song. He is,
I don't know we'll have time for that today, but he's going to be here every morning performing at 6, so he got nothing else.
Maybe I'll come up one morning with you.
Antonio, thanks for coming up this morning. It's been a pleasure to meet you. And Danny, I know he'll work with you, and before you know, you'll have your own movie and you'll forget all about me.
That's
the way it
remember us
happens,
little
huh?
people.
Let me take a break right now. We're going to go outside a little bit. But first, we're going to talk to our world traveling minister buddy, Mr. Dusty McLemore down at Lindsay Lane. Yeah, Dave's first time I've seen him in like 6 weeks. I've been thinking you was. Just some idiot on TV. Anyway, y'all
We
hang
remember
on.
that.
Amazing.
Dusty McLemore back from places where have you been in a month?
Well, I have been to Zambia, Africa, and in Johannesburg and Lusaka, which is the capital of Zambia.
Now, Patsy went with you, Luke and Chase,
Right,
Chase
my
and
two
Luke
oldest
went with you, and then
grandsons
some more people from church.
Right, we had a team from church
I
went.
want to know how it was for them.
It was really eye-opening for them. It really was. It was good, adventurous, but just to see a third world country, how people live there, compared to what they're used to, is just really
It's just
shocking.
a total poverty level, I would imagine, that I can't imagine.
Right. It's just, these people just live, from day to day on whatever they can get.
Yeah.
And so, but they don't know that. They don't know that they're poor.
Right.
They're some of the most gracious, joyful people you've ever
Thankfully,
been around. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
And they just really treated us real well. Just very polite.
How
And,
is it to go somewhere where everybody's not on a phone?
Yeah, I know. That's right. That was their biggest problem, trying to find Wi-Fi. Everywhere we went, y'all have Wi-Fi? Y'all got Wi-Fi? There's no Wi-Fi out there. But, when we go to a restaurant or something like that, some of them had Wi-Fi, but very limited. So
Now, what
that was
did you
good.
eat over there?
Yeah.
Well, we ate different things. They have a staple product, which is called shima. And it's made out of cornmeal, boil it and all that. That's what they eat out in the villages. But basically, they have different things at different locations. They have some kind of small towns, and they have stuff that you can buy.
Y'all didn't camp in the bush, did you?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, come on.
We camped one night. We were supposed to camp 3. We got
You lied.
we got delayed.
You like never got there.
Right. It took us 30 hours to fly
delay?
30 minutes to Atlanta. Somebody told me, said, to go to heaven, you got to go through Atlanta. I said, no, go to hell, you got to go through Atlanta.
Y'all actually did. So y'all actually did camp one night.
We did. We got there the first night. Well, we got to our destination. We had to drive like 300 miles to get there. We got there late at night. They had the camp set up, so we camped there in tents. Stayed in tents that night. They had just showed the Jesus video that night. We missed it. Got there too late. There's about 500 in a village. This is the Elah people that we went to minister to. And so it's an unreached people group. So they had met and showed them the Jesus video in their language. And they had 100 decisions.
Golly.
They sure did. That's one thing I wanted to see. And then we passed out the Bible in their language, New Testament Bibles that our church
So the
has been
first time
partnering
ever
with.
they were seeing
right.
it.
The first time, and they were just,
Reading it.
it was unbelievable when you gave them those Bibles, how they reacted. They just couldn't believe they had a Bible.
Oh,
And they said, I need one for my sister. I need one for my daughter. And things like that.
When you come back to work, finally, you've been gone the entire month of July. Is it tough?
Yeah, it is. I don't have a backup, so I got all the stuff on my desk and go through all that, making phone calls, emails, and all that, and just doing some things that, I got to do. August is a very busy month for me. I came back and spoke that day, had a funeral the next day, and just, right back.
Speaking of busy, you got a big night tomorrow night.
Yeah, tomorrow night I got
Baptist
Bobby
Church.
Bowden coming.
Now, that is open to everybody.
Oh, yeah, it's a family event. It's open to everybody, and we're hosting it for our association. And so it's going to be a great time. Bobby Bowden is a great speaker, too. I mean, he's a legendary coach, but he's going to talk about the Lord Jesus Christ. So everybody needs to
It's
come.
not going to be just about football.
No, it won't be just about football. But,
By no means.
I saw him on Fox and Friends the other day, and they had Mark Richt on, and he led Mark Richt to Christ when he was at Florida
great.
State. So it's pretty neat.
So we're expecting a big turnout, and there's going to be food and everything available too tomorrow.
Yeah, food will be there, and also you can buy a ticket at the door, If you come, it's $10. So if you didn't buy a ticket already, you can get one at the door. So ask everybody to come. Bring your family. We've got 8 football teams coming locally and some cheerleaders as well. So we're really trying to reach out to the
You're
football.
back in action this Sunday.
Back in action this Sunday.
Attendance been a little slacking.
Is that right? Well, I hope it'll pick back up, but I should have got Jamie to fill in. It would have really been
Oh, yeah, it'd been a good one.
Did a great job.
Well, glad to have you back, man.
Well, I'm
Roll
glad to
Tide.
be back. I really am. I like the theologian Dorothy. There's no place like home.
Good to have you back, too,
I
man.
bet.
Roll Tide.
Thank you,
Take a
brother.
break. We're going outside with Joseph in just a moment. Talk about tractors. All that
Right.
takes place Friday and Saturday right up the road at Piney Chapel. Zach's got a yard sale at his house right there on the main drag,
forget
too.
it.
We'll tell you all about it in just a second. Y'all hang on. And now it's time for Cruise In with the Mustang Man. Joseph has gotten on an automobile today, but he's talking tractors. Brought to you by Eddie Pruitt Ford, Hartsville, Alabama, Brad Stovall Body Shop, All-Star Plumbers, the whole bunch right here in Athens, and Jimmy Smith, GMC, right down the road. Go by and see them all down that way. Here's Joseph right now. Tell us all about Piney Chapel.
We are excited out here this morning, Jamie. This is a beautiful tractor, Brienne, and what makes it really special is not only is this your tractor, but you restored it, right?
Me and my dad did. He bought it for me when I was 2 years old.
2 years old. And tell us what year this is.
This is a 1953 BG Minneapolis Moline.
And we were talking during the break, that is the original color. It's been repainted, but that's the original color.
Yes, sir. Prairie Gold.
Prairie Gold. Well, it almost looks like Auburn Orange to me, but we won't go there. I don't even know. I didn't ask you if you're a fan or not. Are you? Okay. Well, War Eagle. But it could be Tennessee, it could be Clemson, it could really be any orange. But so what caused you to get excited about doing something like restoring a tractor and showing it?
It's really a family tradition, and I just took with it just like my dad did. It's our bonding time, so I love it.
So in other words, some people restore hot rods, cars, trucks, but you guys restore tractors and show them, and really probably more expensive.
It can get that way.
I bet. Well, this is a beautiful tractor. Now, how many years have you been showing tractors?
As long as I can remember. I've never missed a Piney Chapel tractor show since I was born. Yes.
Wow. And this is, what did the paperwork say, the 23rd annual?
Yes.
23rd or 24th annual. Wow, that's a long time. And there's some special events. Tell the folks what kind of events they can expect to, because there was like a skillet toss and what else?
There's a skillet throw for the ladies, which is one of the favorites. If you can get your husband or your significant other on the other end as a target, relieve some stress.
Really?
They'll do that sometimes. It's pretty fun. There is fast cranks. There's chain in the box, which is some tractor events that we'll do. There's some entertainment on Friday night, some local music bands. Lillian Glanton, one of the American Idol singers, she'll be there Friday night.
That'll be good. So come out Friday night if you want to hear some music, some of the competitions. And there was something really special. We were talking to your dad in the break. Something pretty special about this show this year that's going to bring in a few more tractors than normal. Tell us about that.
Yes, the IH was the International Harvester chapter. They will be hosting their show at Piney Chapel this year, and we're expecting 100 to 150 more tractors because of that.
Wow. So this could really be the biggest ever.
It really could.
That's awesome. And those International Harvesters, those are usually red, right?
Yes, sir.
So the Bama fans can come out and see those. But I'll tell you, this is exciting. So, and also, your dad was telling me that Life South is going to be there doing a blood drive, I guess you will. And if you donate blood, you get in free?
Yes, both days. If you'll come and donate blood, we'll let you into the show for free.
That is awesome. Jamie has got, we'll turn around here. He has got his handheld camera working. I'm glad he's getting to see how hard would it be for you to crank this thing up? You want me to help you get up there? She's got it. Jamie, I'm going to let her, she knows how to get up there. I'm going to let her crank this thing up. You know, it was purring like a kitten earlier when she came in here and unloaded it off the trailer. She said it could be a little cantankerous. Look at there. That is awesome. Listen to that. That is beautiful. Now, what's the top speed on this tractor?
About 11 miles an hour, so don't get in a rush.
Slow and easy, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, there is some kind of thing called a parade of power. What is that really?
The parade of power is when all the tractors that want to at the event, they can line up and we'll parade around the showgrounds. And then on Friday, there's actually a tractor ride, which is approximately 20 miles. And I love it. You'll see them going down by the interstate. We'll go up down Elton Road to Sandlin, up to Elkmont. There, we'll eat us a meal, come back down the rails of trails. And it is unbelievable, all the people you see, all the horns that are blowing at you, but they don't mind. It's just you see a parade of tractors for 20 miles.
Is that where you usually give some of the kids a ride too?
Yes, they do. They'll have wagons and things, and however we can fit in there safely, and by safety laws, we'll take them.
That's awesome. I saw, okay, you can kill it now if you want. Well, we appreciate you guys bringing this tractor up again and look forward to the show this weekend. It's going to be, I'm excited. I think I'm going to come this year. Will you show me around if I come up?
Definitely.
Now, you won't be able to ride me around on a tractor, right?
We'll find one.
Okay. Well, you'd have to have a big one to ride me around. Well, thank you, Brianne, so much for coming. Beautiful tractor, and we look forward to the show this year, and hopefully we'll see you there.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Well, I've sent Brad a couple of shows. Really, these. Thank you, Jamie. These shows are really next weekend, but I wanted to go ahead and give you a heads up on them. This is the Ardmore Quarterback Club at John Barnes Park in Ardmore. That's next Saturday from 10 to 3. You better get there early. It says 10 to 3, but you better get there a little earlier than that. And then the annual Killen Founders Day car show at Killen City Park there in Killen, Alabama. There's the information on that. That's from 8 to 2. And then the third annual General Joe Wheeler's car show over in Rogersville. And there's the contact info for that one. That one was listed from 9 to 2. So I may just have to get out to my first tractor show. Anyway, next week, Ardmore Car Show, you better get ready. We got a car coming up next week. Y'all have a good weekend.